So this problem has 5 parts, and each part is a different type of problem where you need to show that you understand the connections between tables, graphs, equations, and situations. So this first problem gives you some data. Julia has $325 in her savings account. So that is her start value. She just got a new job and will be saving money every month. If she always deposits the same amount, how much money will be in her account after she has been saving for a year? So you're given 3 pieces of information. After 7 months, she has $780. After 8 months, she has $845, and after 9 months, she has $910. So a couple different ways you could solve this problem. You could go ahead and finish this table, but first you'd have to figure out how much is it growing each month. And that's going to be your rate. And then you would add that each time until you get to 12, which would be a year. And then you would have your value. Another thing you could figure out from this rate, though, is part of the equation y equals mx plus b. That would tell you the m. And then you already know that 325 is her start value, so that would be your b. So you have 2 different ways you could work on this problem. Here's another one where you're given 4 different representations of the growth of populations of 4 different towns. So the question is, which one is growing the fastest? So we're looking for the one that has the highest rate or the steepest slope or the biggest M. So in this one, you have a table. What you want to pay attention to is that these years do not go up by 1. So make sure that you're paying attention to that when you're figuring out the rate here. The graph, you can see the slope, and what you'll want to do is figure out rise over run for that. Here you have an equation, and you know that the value that goes with the x is the slope. So this one actually is going down. So C probably won't be the answer to this question. And then D, it gives you the data, and so you have to write your own equation for that. So you're looking here for the one that has the steepest slope, the biggest M, or the biggest rate of increase. For problem C, you notice these lines almost look parallel, but they aren't. And so you know that way off in the distance, they're going to cross. It's going to take a really, really long time to make that graph. So you're probably going to want to look at an equation for this one and use the equal values method. Here you have a graph and a table and tables that go with the lines on the graph. And what you're supposed to do is write a story that fits with this given information. And make sure that you connect the information you have in the tables and the graph and somehow include the point of intersection in your story. This last one gives you a graph, helps you find the slope, and then what you're supposed to figure out is how much one video rental costs and how many more videos Gina can rent before the card is used up. Make sure that even if you find the equation, even if you make a table, that you are answering these questions.